Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Here we are, Mazer Group, Regina, and we're hooked up to this Airflex. It's a 45-foot Airflex. I really don't know nothing about these Airflex units. They're quite the flexing machine. How's that sound? This thing is apparently brand new, but it's been sitting on the lot here for a couple, 3-4 years, whatever it's been. It back you up a bit. So yeah, they finally were able to move it, but where we're going, we got to go on some potentially sketchy roads, and I'll bring you guys along for the trip. We're just looking it over here now. But the lights right now are not working on the back end, and I got looking, well, the goddamn guys didn't, when they were moving it around the lot, my guess is they didn't pay attention to what the heck they were doing close enough, and they cut the friggin' cord on it for the lights and brakes, because these are braking axles. So we don't got no lights, we don't got no brakes. We're 45 feet on the header, plus hitch, plus shielding, these outside edges, all the shields and stuff. So by the time you get done all that, overall length, we're going to be pushing 80 feet. Because that's a good 10 feet right there. And so I want this friggin' thing working. Simple, right? But that's her. We'll get this cord fixed up right here, and then we should be good. We'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alrighty, so we had an issue where the wire was broke. Jeremy here at, there he is, Jeremy here at Mazer Group, he got us all fixed up here, and then we hit the brakes, and the brakes weren't working, and with it sitting, it had some dust get inside these connections. This one a little bit, and one at the back was pretty dirty. So we got that all cleaned up. So now we got our brakes working, our lights are all working, CP's in the washroom. So we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. And guys have been pulling these things at like 100 friggin' K an hour, but me, myself, I tend to only run them around 85. If you get, oh, you're back already. That was quick. If you guys remember, some of you that have been with me for a while would have seen me towing a couple of these last year, right from the plant. The one had a bad bearing, and we got held up for 3-4 hours. Their lights are flashing on both, so, and we're good to go. So with no more further ado, let's pitter patter. Let's get the hell out of her and get that old Dodge out of here. Thanks a lot.
See ya.
We'll see you later.
Sounds good.
We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty. Well, we're on single lane roads here now. We got about 2 hours of driving at basically 90 kilometers an hour. But somebody's out here, they've been cutting and baling the ditch. It's all cleaned up. Made a bunch of bales. The crops don't actually look too bad out here. Like that pea crop right there looks pretty good. Still quite a bit of green in it, but it won't be too much longer and they'll be taking her down. Durham over on this side. but we're still in an area where I'm sure drought has hit them a little bit. How bad, it's hard to tell right now. It doesn't look too bad. But if guys are bailing up the ditches, usually that means that they're short on feed, and the ditch hay is the last resort before they start purchasing hay. So then there is some people, acreage type people, that have a couple of sheep or one or two cows or the odd horse, and if the ditches are clean, they cut and bale the ditches for feed for their animals all the time. But this guy looks like he's cleaned her up pretty good. Tried to take the best of the ditch and left the weeds. How's that sound? Which is just fine, really. But this is what she looks like out in this country. I'm sure as we get going farther west, we're going to see a lot different story as we get going farther away. We'll talk to y'all later. No, I don't either.
Unless he had hail.
Possibly. The crops are not looking too swift out here, let me tell you. They're thin. I think it was actually, like CP just said, I think they had a hailstorm that went through here, because they look beat up really bad. The drought is definitely affecting them. Don't get me wrong, but they look beat up really bad.
This doesn't look too bad, but back there was worse.
This canola, that does not look good at all.
Okay.
That's bad looking canolas.
Stay on your side.
Stay on my side, exactly. And that wheat over there it's hammered. Something happened out here other than just the drought. Because the stems, lots of the stems look like they broke off and now it's trying to green up again. That sucks. Yeah, I'd say they got hail damage big time. She hammered it. They're done. The big white combine came through and wiped them out. Unfortunately, it took it away. And it doesn't matter if you got hail insurance and crop insurance, you never get paid out what that crop was worth had you been able to get it through the combine and get it to the elevator on your own. And this is just west of Eyebrow, in the great, fantastic province of Saskatchewan, Canada. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got ways to go yet, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. We have to slow down. We're not doing freaking 80, 85, 90K no more. That's for darn sure. The road is a little bit more bouncier and a little bit narrower. So, anyway, later. Yeah, look at that pasture out there. She don't look too friggin' fantastic. She's pretty friggin' browned off and there ain't much for grass out there. And yeah, the ditches look green-ish, but the grass didn't grow to any height at all. And it's not as deep a green as it should be. They're browning up. They're telling us they're done. They're starving. Like that pasture is friggin'... I remember that kind of stuff from back in the 80s from back home where the grass was browned right off and there was nothing for the cattle to eat. Like, look here, this little hay field. The guy got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bales. Pretty bad. It's a different world over here compared to our place, that's for sure. I feel sorry for the farmers out here because, you know, you get the drought, no rain, you do everything you can for your cropland and your pasture land, and then you get absolutely no rain, and then if you get a hailstorm like what we just drove through that area with the hail, to get wiped out, that's a real kick in the friggin' pants, that's for sure. Okay, we'll talk later. Alrighty, guys. And my loving companion.
Companion.
My loving wife.
Companion.
Driving companion for the day. We're parked out on the highway. Why the heck are we parked out on the highway? Because there's no friggin' road! Yeah, we gotta take a ferry to get across here. Just the way it is. It's either we do this or we drive an extra 2 hours to get around the river. And this river, holy shit, is it down. Like, it's really down. Like, normally this water, I've seen this river all the way up to these banks up here. It's backed up 200 plus feet. It's down by that much. Friggin' ridiculous, right? But yeah, she's really, really down. And it's dry out here, guys. Look at that. Look at that pasture out there. Like, you guys that have been with me, you have seen our grasses, our pastures, and coming over here, it's a different world. Like, you look way over there, if you guys can see that, there is actually one lonely cow way the heck over there, all by herself, or bull. But it's just brown. There's like no grass out here at all, guys. The crops up on top of the hill actually look pretty darn good, but the guys are irrigating like friggin' crazy. So when you see this out here, see how that bank is all dropped? Well, there used to be at one time the water was so high, it was up against those banks up there. And that's how dry it's been out this way. She's just dry. Crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. We'll bring you back when we're on the ferry, and we'll chit chat and talk with y'all then.
And went right off the end here, and the ferry couldn't dock there because of the truck was under the truck in the grain.
That would be a hell of a ride.
Oh yeah.
Friggin' Super B grain truck going off the end.
Yeah. Exactly.
His brakes failed and he went down over the end.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. Pat? When did that grain truck go off the end here?
Oh, probably about 10 years ago.
10, 12 years ago?
Holy jumping Jiminy's, that would be a ride.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You'd have been dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put her in the drink. Well, our ferry, our ride is here, guys. We're gonna jump in the truck and get ready to load this monstrosity onto that little thing down there. Okay.
It'll fit.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
So yeah, this is the end of the road. We got to jump on the ferry, get to the other side so we can continue on down the trail to where we need to go. So I'll bring you back once we're all loaded up. You got to say that again.
This thing is little.
CB's just telling us how the ferry's river crossing boats that she's been on in the past
It was like a cruise ship.
were huge.
Yeah. Not like this one.
This little thing, yeah, it's pretty small. Like, total capacity of this thing might be 10, 12 cars.
Yeah.
And if you get a long unit like ours, you're putting a lot less cars on there. Longest unit is 32 meters and 90,000 pounds, right? Nope, 90,000 ton. So here we go. We're gonna go get loaded up. Gentleman up on the ferry there, up on the boat, he's telling us we got to be on the far side.
Okay.
He's guiding us on.
It was a brave job.
That's her. We get full view of the lake as we're crossing her, guys. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later once we're on the lake. You better be nice or I'm gonna throw you overboard. You're gonna push me into what? You're too chicken shit to even get out of the seat. Here it is. We're out in the middle of the lake here now, guys. We're almost halfway across. We're more than halfway across. We got 4, 5, 6 units with me. Gotta enjoy these views when you get the chance. I've been on this thing once where the wind was really strong and it was actually rocking this freaking thing a little bit. Today, when we took off, I didn't even feel the lurch or nothing. It was crazy. It was just nice and shallow and just glided right away. Nice. Coming into the other side. The ramps are down. Don't drop my phone in the drink. So there we go. Coming in nice and shallow, nice and slow, and then the big bang. Right? No big bangs. Just like that. Big bang. Alrighty guys, we'll talk to you once we get this thing to destination. Alrighty guys, well here we are. We made her to destination without any glitches. None of the wheel bearings or anything got hot. Didn't have no tire blowouts. Everything is all in one piece. And another happy customer. He's eager to get going because here comes the combine to get hooked up to her right away. Yeah, they're case boys over this way, that's for sure. But everything is here. We've got a hydraulic cylinder with a little bit of a leak. I don't know if that's because of coming down the road or what, but it's got a leak here now, that's for sure. I'm sure they'll be able to help them out with getting everything straightened out properly as time goes on. So I don't know squat about this type of equipment. And it's way too big for this cupcake. And there he is. He's gonna get hooked into her right away. So I'm gonna get the hell out of the road, go and talk to the customer for a minute or two, and we'll talk to you guys later. Look at this stuff, guys. Like, look at this friggin' canola. There's like nothing here. And even in these pods, there's nothing in them. You can feel it. There's just nothing. There's nothing in there at all. It's devastation everywhere out this way. There's so many crops that are like this and worse. It's just unfreaking believable. And how dry it is. Everything's so brown and dirty, and yeah, you really have to feel for the guys out this way when they're dealing with stuff like this. Like, these lentils are literally 6 inches tall, and there's like hardly nothing here. This is an old alfalfa field, and it's got lots of freaking kochia in it. And yeah, it's just, wow. It's been a long time since I've seen stuff like this. But that's how it is, right? Later. Well, we're on our way back here, guys, and you know, for how devastating these pastures look and stuff, and we saw some pastures where the cows were like, what the hell are they eating even, right? But driving along here, and they got this old rail bed. Just, you got the ditch, and then the old rail bed, then the ditch for the rail, and then the fence line to the farmer's field. And I had said, made a comment to CP, you know, if it was me, I'd throw an electric wire in the bottom of these two ditches right here on my left side and turn my cows loose in that friggin' thing, in that ditch and on that old rail bed, and let them graze that right off. It'd be a lot of work, because my thought was, you throw an electric wire on there, let the cows in it during the daytime every night, you gather them up, put them back on your own land in the pasture. That way, if somebody happens to hit the ditch, takes out that electric wire fence at nighttime, you don't lose your cows, right? In the daytime, they're less likely that somebody will hit the ditch in the daytime than at nighttime. But just kind of a thought, when you're in this kind of devastating friggin' drought area, I would sure be tempted to do something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here up ahead and show you some other stuff that we noticed on our way down, and we'll talk to you all when we get there. Alrighty, guys, so we just stopped out here. So this was a poor crop to begin with, and then it's drought ridden bad, and then they had hail. And for any of you people that don't know what hail can do to a crop, you see this, how it's broke and fallen over. It hammers all the flour off of your canolas, and it won't friggin' produce. This stuff might come back if they get rain. There's lots, see, that's done. There's nothing there, right? Done. It's all broken and shattered. What? There is some canolas in the pods, but they probably won't fill. I don't know. I'm not a canola guy. And right beside it here, look at this. This wheat. I'm guessing this was wheat. You could see all the heads on the ground from where it got hammered by hail and shattered it. So there's a lot of damage. So you got hit with friggin' drought really bad. There was still a fair amount of green out in the field. You can see that. But then you get hit with this hail and it just hammers the hell out of it. I'm sure the moisture from the hail was welcome, but these guys would have way far preferred to have combined this crop, I'm sure. And yeah, there was nothing in the heads. See that? It was just in head trying to make a kernel, and there's nothing there. Nothing at all. And what do you do now? You can't go with a big vacuum cleaner and pick that up. Terrible. You have to feel for the farmers that are in this situation. And I know lots of them personally in this situation. It's just terrible, devastating. Anyway, guys, I am gonna let y'all go here with that. So CP and I got a little bit of driving to do yet before we get home. We have to stop in Regina and give the kid a hand there, picking some stuff up. So from CP and I, give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later.